everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Rum and Cinema. Today we're looking at one battle after another. Now available on demand to rent or buy. As always, I'm joined by my guests, Nate and Jake. Jake, you bought this movie. How do you feel?
I feel good. Yeah, I want to go watch this movie. $20 to rent, $25 to buy. I've heard good things, so I'm like, all right, I'll buy it. And yeah, I think we're going to have a podcast where we all agree.
I have that feeling too. Nate, are you going to ruin our party?
It's wrong.
I'm not going to ruin your party. I'm just going to bum you out a little. Because I watched this movie when it came in theaters. I remember seeing the trailer and being like, oh yeah, this is like the movie that I'm going to be excited about this year. I was so pumped. And I remember leaving, basically, Taylor and I both thinking like, that was good, but it wasn't as good as we thought it was going to be.
Oh, interesting.
Like, it wasn't as exciting as we thought it was like going to be. It just, the trailer really, I don't know, got me thinking that this was going to be like an action-packed, like just insane movie. And it was actually a little more grounded and character-driven than I thought it was going to be. It's like, I'm saying it like it's a bad thing. It was a little slower and messier than I was expecting.
Yeah.
While being a great movie. Like, I think it was a great movie. But I had it on a pedestal before I saw it because the trailer's fucking great. Mm-hmm. And just like absolutely insane to where I was like, oh,
maybe
I feel like I wish I hadn't seen the trailer.
Maybe it'll be your nominee for Trailer of the Year in our awards coming up at the end of the year.
Very well, maybe.
Yeah, we got voting for that coming up with our select group of friends that don't listen to this podcast. They're going to vote on who wins, and then we're going to tell them if they won or not.
Some friends they are.
Some fucking friends they are. So this is one battle after another. This is Paul Thomas Anderson's return. This time he's bringing Leonardo DiCaprio, Teyana Taylor, Sean Penn, Chase Infiniti, and Benicio Del Toro along for the ride. In his latest, PTA mixes the dude from Big Lebowski, crushes the fascists and racists in America, brings in conspiracy theories, and wraps up 2 hours and 40 minutes of panic with a satisfying end. I gave this movie my only 9 out of the year. I think it's on a pedestal with Children of Men. I think it's the best movie I've seen all year. I think Begonia I would rather watch again. But this movie I was finished and I was trying to think of a thing I would change. And I couldn't think of one. And that's why I gave it a 9. I think it was incredible. The acting was really good. I do still think my heart wants Jesse Plemons, but my head knows that Leo's going to win this for that performance because he was awesome as panicky, high paranoid dad. Like, so good at that. Sean Penn was horrific in like the most perfect way possible for this movie. Teyana Taylor was good. Chase Infiniti was incredible. The daughter, Benicio Del Toro, was fun. Yeah. I did keep finding myself while watching this movie telling myself with my, bundles of white privilege, oh, this isn't actually happening right now, right? This isn't how the world actually is. I was like, no, it's fucking actually how it is. They used an actual detention center of ICE for the opening sequence. Like, that's how real it is that's happening. The thing that aren't happening are the rebellion against it yet, but who knows? So this movie revolves around fascist regime taking over America and the group of people trying to overturn that. Like I said, 2 hours, 40 minutes. I gave it a 9 out of 10. I thought, Nate, there were moments I thought it was getting long. I'll give you that. I felt there were some times I was like, pacing's a little weird, but it sped up so quickly after about an hour that it kind of made up for me. The music was awesome. I really liked the score of this movie. Felt very like panic jazzy, and I like that. Yeah, and some of the best camera angles I've seen in a long time. Like the shots that they chose, and the way that they always showed Sean Penn as short, I thought was hilarious. Like he was always shot from like above. So he never had the power in any position he was in. He was always like the wee little tight shirt boy. Yeah. Jake, I just explained the whole movie, so let's let you talk.
So I definitely also very much like this movie. It's in there for my favorite movies of the year. It's not quite at the top for me, but it's right. We're going to be talking about this movie again come Oscar season. That's a fact.
Yep, 100%.
I think this movie for me would settle in 7 seems too low. 8, maybe there's some 8s I'd put over this, but I'd give this movie an 8.
Yeah, it's a good number. I like that. Nate, where are you landing?
I think it's in 8-ish territory for me as well. Like really, like I'm saying, like I thought this movie was going to be a 10. That's the only reason I remember leaving the theater. And yeah, I agree with you. I think Taylor said specifically, she was like, during the beginning, she was like, why do we actually need all this really? Like the beginning does drag a little bit, but once we come to present day, it very much picks up. I love the
the first hour is there's a lot happening.
I do think the first hour is necessary.
Yep.
But I would also say the first hour is not as great of an experience as the remaining 2.
The first hour is setting up the dominoes for the last 2 hours to knock over. So there's moments of tedium, and I think you really had to know who these characters were to understand who they are now and where they're coming from, and so I literally went to Wikipedia and found a breakdown. So we're gonna live read that and see if that's good or not. I saw Nate was typing through it a little bit and maybe made it better. Who knows? So
I was doing no such thing.
Oh, you're highlighting it on my screen.
I'm looking at it.
You're highlighting.
Oh, maybe I highlighted. That's how.
Yeah, like that. You read highlight. Hold on.
This is riveting podcast stuff.
Oh yeah, we need to stop. What did you just say about reading online?
What? As I'm reading a document, I'll just like pull over it. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know why.
Oh.
I don't know.
Jake, do you do that?
It's the millennial equivalent of reading like this.
He's doing the finger on the line thing for all you listeners. That was amazing.
Yeah.
So, Leonardo DiCaprio plays Pat Calhoun, or Ghetto Pat. And Teyana Taylor plays Perfidia Beverly Hills. Or Rocket Man, yes. Perfidia Beverly Hills. They're members of the far-left revolutionary group, the French 75. They are breaking out detained immigrants in an ICE facility. Perfidia finds the commanding officer, Stephen J. Lockjaw, who is our nemesis in this movie. It is Sean Penn. She makes him get a boner and then walk out with his hands handcuffed. So the first 10 minutes of the movie were fucking weird and crazy and really got you locked in, I gotta say. So yeah, Perfidia sexually humiliates him, and he begins to like lust after her. Like after that, he's like, I'm hooked. I want more of this.
Like a psyop that paid off.
Yeah. She was like, let me read you like a book. And he was like, correct. Put me back on the shelf. But then get me again. And then put me back. And then get me again. And then put me back. Yeah. Pat and
cool little character bit here.
Yeah.
Perfidious means untrustworthy.
Oh, that'll come into play. I like that. Paul Thomas Anderson did say that the only CGI that could be in this movie is the vape smoke. And there is a lot of it. But that's pretty fun. So Pat and Perfidia become lovers as the French 75 attacks politicians' offices, banks, and the power grid. Lockjaw catches Perfidia planting one of those bombs. He releases her after she agrees to his demands of having sex with him at a motel, Holiday Inn. What you doing? Where you going? Any Chingy fans in the house? Okay. I don't even know if that was Chingy. Who did that song? You know that song? Holiday Inn, what you doing? Me and my... Yeah, it's Chingy. All right, hell yeah. Cool. Go look it up. It's not
nice.
Terrible. After Perfidia delivers a baby girl named Charlene, Pat unsuccessfully tries to persuade her to settle down. She instead abandons them to continue her revolutionary activities, but she's captured after murdering a security guard in a botched armed robbery. Good old Lockjaw shows up. He arranges for her to avoid prison in exchange for the whereabouts of the other French 75 members. What a rat.
Yes. So this, I want to talk a little bit about her abandoning the family. They show some sort of development here. Her talking on the phone. I don't know if it's clear who she's talking to, but it doesn't really matter. So she's clearly has some postpartum depression issues. She's not handling it well. And she's upset that Pat loves the daughter so much.
Yes.
She's jealous of her baby.
Yes.
And that's a big part of the reason why she's mad at Pat. She's mad at the baby. She just wants to go be a freedom fighter again. I think it really establishes she's a freedom fighter, and she probably very much does believe in what it is that they're fighting for.
Yeah.
But she also just wants to go out and blow shit up, right? She's also doing it for the wrong reasons.
True. It does seem like that. Like her mom, I think it's presented as her mom, says like she's a revolutionary through and through. Like this is all she is.
Yeah.
And what we want her to be. And yeah, I think it's hard for her to see Pat look at anyone else like he looked at her. And it's hard for her to not think that she's being held back by the life that she has now. So that's a very good point. What do you think about her giving up the other members? Do you think she did that just to further the overall cause and allow her to be the revolutionary? That's how I read it. Or do you have a different read on that?
No, I think she's got caught, didn't want to go to prison, and gave everyone up. She was a revolutionary until she was caught, and now she's like, I want to save myself.
That's true. She does go into hiding pretty quick after that, and self-preservation above all.
Yeah, I didn't read it as anything other than that.
Okay, fair. Perfidia enters witness protection, and Lockjaw hunts down her comrades. Shoots a lot of them on sight. We see a nice little montage of military force with policing. Pat and Charlene assume the aliases of Bob and Willa Ferguson. So now we go to, where'd they end up? Some state? I don't think they ever said it. California.
Yep, they went in California.
Backton Cross. So that's the first hour. Is setting all that up. There's a lot we didn't talk about. There's a lot of like character building, and like Nate said, it's putting up the dominoes for this.
Yeah.
Anything from the first hour you want to talk about that we missed?
Yeah, it's interesting, this world, like it seems like parallel to our own. Like I was having trouble like nailing down the exact time when it was happening and the exact thing, but it's kind of one of those fun things some movies do where it's this like parallel world where there's this entire network of revolutionaries. Like I want to believe it's true, but I don't believe that there's actually something this elaborate going on behind the scenes. Also, we haven't had a string of political violence blowing up banks and things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it's like almost quirky, like I guess it's more serious where we're seeing it now and the like crackdown, but like later it gets into like absurdity with just how like elaborate this underground movement is.
Yeah. They show
in a really interesting way.
They show like the ramped up version of both sides. Like we'll see both sides. We'll see the French 75 and then we'll see the Christmas gang later on.
Yeah.
Which is so fucking hilarious.
Christmas gang.
It's so funny.
So yeah.
Hail Santa is one of my favorite lines in this movie. It's so fucking good. Okay, so 16 years later, living off the grid in Backton Cross, a sanctuary city set up by the French 75. Bob has become a paranoid stoner. Here comes the dude from The Big Lebowski, if he thought everyone was listening to everything he said. He's protective of Willa, who is a free-spirited teenager who resents his drug habits and paranoia. This is weird because I'm watching Task as well at the same time as this, and the parallels between Mark Ruffalo's drinking and Leo's. It's really cool to see. Through his vehement anti-immigration efforts, Lockjaw has become a colonel and a prominent figure in U.S. security agencies. So we see everybody except for Perfidia. We don't see Perfidia anymore, I don't think. She comes like kind of at the end. She'll appear again, but we don't really see her again, right? After the first hour, I don't think we do.
She shows up relatively. She shows up later.
Okay,
but she's not relevant. They haven't seen her in 16 years. They haven't heard from her.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Lockjaw says he killed her, but who knows? So Lockjaw's invited to join this Christmas Adventures Club. This is a secret, wealthy, far-right white supremacists where they like, it's hardcore. The things that they're talking about among each other is like, you have to be like a Gentile and born of 100% like American blood, and like the words that they use are horrific, and it's hardcore. But they find out that old Lockjaw had relations with Teyana, not Teyana, her Perfidia, her character. And he is now Lockjaw is now hunting for Willa to cover up that relationship, which the club forbids. Lockjaw hires an indigenous bounty hunter, Avante Q, who captures Bob's comrade, Howard Somerville, triggering a distress signal to the remaining French 75. So Howard is the tech guy. He like sets up these little beacons with everybody where if they're within 100 yards of each other, they'll play this melody. So that way you know you're with somebody safe if you are approached with that. And he's also now like an underground radio guy doing, underground radio stuff for the French 75, saying, hey, man, we're getting screwed out here, man. Democrats or democracy is dying and all that stuff. He's like saying it all on the radio. And then he gets just bagged and tagged and drug off. And they have to torture him to get stuff out of him, but they do. And they find out that Bachton Cross is where Willa and Bob are. So, Lockjaw sends out a DEA immigration enforcement operation where they're going to bust a frozen chicken nugget factory for immigration issues. And they say that Willa and Bob are like drug runners. So they need to capture these two high priority individuals as well. So Willa goes to a school dance and she has this whole conversation. It's really funny how even though Bob is like this super woke, far left radical, they still present him like in some moments as like resenting parts of it. Like he asks what pronouns his daughter's friend uses, and he says they them, and he's like, yeah, I just want to make sure I don't get it wrong. And then the daughter's like, it's just they them, Dad. It's not hard. Just say they them. like he still gets that, even though he's like this. I mean, she doesn't know it, but he's a revolutionary. Like, used to bomb ICE headquarters and stuff.
Right. Just being an old dad.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it shows like you could be progressive and still be out of touch.
For sure.
Like,
that's a great
point. Like, he's not upset about it. He just doesn't get it. Like, not like in a way like he's like, oh, I just don't get it. He literally doesn't. He like is having trouble figuring it out.
He's a guy who was a crazy progressive 16 years ago and is still a progressive, but he spent the last 16 years like isolated, paranoid, just stoned and drunk all the time. So yeah, he hasn't updated his language to the new woke of the day, Yeah.
He has another conversation on the phone later on that's very funny that you need to just see. Like, we won't really explain it, but it's so funny the way he acts. It's very like boomer customer service interaction. It's very funny. When he asked his name, I lost my shit on the phone. What's your name? Oh my God. It's such a boo. I've never asked a customer service person their name on the phone. It feels like such an unnecessary move.
They always tell me their name, and then at the end, I'm like, I don't remember your name, so bye. Click.
Later, Linda.
Yeah.
I missed that entire conversation.
You didn't miss much. We're good.
Had the reverse happen. in case you said anything, and you were like, "That's weird that it didn't reply."
No, we thought it was normal. We just figured you were It was
Just spacing out.
yeah, you were just bobbing it up. So the school dance that Willa goes to, she does bring her little beeper with her. And while she's in the bathroom, Deandra, another member of the French 75, shows up, who is Profidia's sister, was in the group. I can't remember their relation other than just in the group. I think they're just
said any familial.
Okay, so they were in the same group. It seemed like they were closer because the way they showed her interacting with like the baby and the mom and stuff. But yeah, you're right. I don't think there's any relation. She tells Willa that she's in trouble. She shows her a little beeper thing. They do like a code exchange, and they know, hey, if someone ever says this to me, her dad's trained Willa to be like, if someone ever says these words, trust them with your life. And it's like Green Acres, and it's two other older shows, and it's from a song in the 70s, I think, or 60s, and it's like, the revolution will not be televised. This is the next line, which they say during the movie too. So
yeah,
nice little ode to that. And then Bob is high as fuck, and he's called by the French 75, and this just begins, to me, the uncut gems of the movie. Is like, this is the last hour of this movie. It's just hour and a half. It's just him being high, paranoid, and panicked about his daughter being missing and his arch nemesis being in town to try to get him. And it's hilarious and scary and fun, and the action here moves really well. So I think, so Paul Thomas Anderson does this thing with movies, at least for me, where if I watch them in 2 sittings, I think I enjoy them more. Like, I watched There Will Be Blood in 2 sittings. I think this one would do well with 2 sittings. If you watch like up to this point in the first sitting, and the second sitting was just the other one, I think you'd be in a good spot. You might not want to stop though. Key. So
I think more longer movies, because I always think of RRR. It very much had an intermission.
Mm-hmm.
It had like another title card come up.
Yeah.
Like halfway through the movie, and I'm like, okay, this is nice. I want to go eat lunch.
The Brutalist did the same thing. It gave you 15 minutes in the theater. It was like, go stand up, do anything. We know how you are. TikToking, Instagramming, Facebooking.
Yeah.
So Bob escapes through his tunnel, and he notifies the Resistance Network for help, but is unable to remember the password. What time is it? What time is it? I don't know what fucking time it is. My daughter's missing. So Willa's karate teacher and community leader, Sergio St. Carlos, assists him while evacuating a stream of immigrants through a hidden passageway. Sergio sets him up with some kids that he karates with on a rooftop, but Bob falls because he's bad and gets tased and gets taken into custody.
He's out of practice.
He's never in practice either.
That was hilarious.
That was so good.
I saw one of the best parallels drawn, and because they were talking about Bob, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, and saying like, this is not Taken. This is Taken if Liam Neeson was like alcoholic and out of shape and washed and stoned.
If he was the Naked Gun Liam Neeson.
Yes. He's kind of bumbling his way through this.
Yes, that's such a good.
And he's desperately trying. He has nothing but the best intentions.
100%.
But he is very, very out of practice and out of shape.
100%. I love that. That's very funny.
And the opposite of that, the only reason that he's able to see the success that he sees kind of throughout this part of it is because of Sensei. Everyone in the community calls him Sensei, the karate teacher, Benicio Del Toro.
He was great.
Oh my God.
He was so good.
My
favorite
in the movie. My favorite scene is like the evacuation.
Oh, I like when he gets pulled over. That's my favorite.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
And he dances, but the whole time, right? His community's under attack.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool because they don't talk about this story of this Latino community being raided by ICE, but you experience it because Leonardo's character is there being helped by Sensei. And the whole time he's helping him, he's orchestrating, hiding all of these people, getting everyone rounded up, getting supplies, getting money, going through these tunnels. He's keeping everyone calm.
Yeah.
And this is all just happening like kind of in the background. Like it explicitly shows it, but it's never talked about. It's just happening while Leonardo's trying to get his phone charged and trying to remember this password.
And the way they shot it is so perfect because they shot it with like a follow camera that's like walking with him, and it feels documentary. Like you feel like you're there. It's very, very
well exactly.
Yeah.
At this point, it did feel very Children of Men.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Absolutely. I think they did get some of their ideas from that. Like, I mean, every movie like this should, but especially there's a scene where we see Willa get into a car, the Dodge Charger, after things happen. Spoilers from here on out, by the way. Just get ready for that. And the camera starts with her, like it follows her going across the car, and then it like we see her get in the car, and then we see like her look to where the door is across the car, and then she gets in and closes the door, and it, like the camera's on the door, and you don't see it's a hidden cut, and it's really cool. I really liked it. Yeah. So while this is all going on, Willa is held by Deandra. She took her and she's taking her to a safe place, which is the I lost my spot. Where is it? There it is. She is in the Sisters of the Brave Beaver, a convent of revolutionary nuns who are badass, and we see them for far little too much time. I would have given them another 15 minutes on screen. They seemed awesome. She is also told about her mom's actual backstory. What Bob tells his daughter is that her mom was killed by Lockjaw. And he does leave out the fact that she ratted on the French 75, and that's why they're hiding in the first place. But she finds that out and then kind of questions her whole existence and starts learning how to be a badass on her own. She already was. Like we open with her on karate, like doing karate stuff, so she knows what she's doing. But it's cool. Like it felt like she was becoming what her mom was in that moment. She's like, something just clicked, and she was like, okay, this is what I have to be now. That was cool. So the Christmas adventurers meet up. Hail Santa, Jingle Bells. That's their knock is. And they have this like underground tunnel where they go through like big other houses and meet up. So the person who brought in Lockjaw is then told, you need to rein him in and clean it up because he had a relationship with Perfidia. They think that he fathered a child with her. And they're going to send Tim Smith, whitest guy name ever, hilarious, to eliminate him and Willa. So while this is happening, Lockjaw tracks down Willa in the little convent through some funny questioning and negotiations and whatever. And then he forcibly tests her DNA, confirming that he is in fact her dad and disqualifying him from the Christmas Adventures Club. So now he's like, oh shit, I gotta get rid of this. Let's move on. So Sergio, we're back to Sergio and Bob. Sergio sets up for Bob to escape from custody by using like the nurses in the hospital to get him out, which was beautiful. And he gets in a car chase and gets pulled over by the police. That's where we have the dancing scene. So he kicks Bob out of the car. He barrel rolls and gets away.
Yeah. The plan was, all right, I'm going to count to 4. I'm going to slow down around this corner. You're going to jump out. Bob is too scared to jump out. So eventually he just has to kick him out.
Shakes him off.
Yeah.
No.
So we see Sergio get arrested, and we don't see him again. But there's a deleted scene that Benicio Del Toro talked about in an interview where you see him at like the next day and he's fine. Everything's good. So Bob hotwires a car, gets to the convent, but he can't kill Lockjaw with the sniper rifle that Sergio gave him, hunting rifle that Sergio gave him. And then Lockjaw goes back to Avanti Q and says, hey, I want you to kill this girl. And he's like, I don't do kids. And he says, all right, fine. Take him to this white militia, 1776ers. And they'll do it. So he does. While this is happening, Bob is trying to find where the car went because he saw the car leave with Willa. and goes to like a fruit stand. And the internet was wild about the whistle he did. They said it was like the best whistle for like that group of people they've ever heard. It was like a white guy doing like a Mexican whistle or something.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the internet was crazy about that. I don't know if that's cool or not, but yeah. Seemed rude. Seemed cool. So they tell him where the car went. He goes, chases it, and while this is happening, Tim, the guy from the Christmas Adventures, tracks down Lockjaw and pops him in the head with a shotgun. Car goes over, wrecks him.
I love the visual of this just crazed assassin, and he's just wearing like a Lacoste polo.
Yeah.
The most like suburban dad look. Like probably had like Sperry's on with his pants a little too high. Yeah. And socks. He definitely had the socks with the Sperry's. He doesn't have a boat. So Lockjaw is tracked down, shot in the face, rolled over in the crash, and he looks dead. Bob comes over, looks for Willa, starts yelling out to find her, can't find her. Avanti and Willa are at the militia now. He lets her go, but he's like watching, and the people call him like some fucked up slurs I've never even heard before, but they're fucked. And he's like watching what's going to happen, and he like plays it through his head. He's like, I can't let this happen. So he kills the whole militia that's there, and he dies in the process. And she takes his car and drives off. And then Tim starts following. And this is what I want to read you about this car chase scene. So this car chase scene is one of the coolest I've ever seen. And it was very interesting in how they shot it and executed it.
The suspense that they were able to create was one of the best parts of the movie.
Like rolling hills have never seemed scary. And like everyone, you were like, who? So the car chase scene was not scripted. PTA was on a car location scouting for 4 hours, and he was thinking, I'm never coming out to scout again. He spotted road dips, and he started shooting with his iPhone and losing the horizon. And as he zoomed in, he thought it was even scarier. And then he knew that's how we have to do it. So yeah, it's so cool. Like I almost don't want to tell you what happens, but we've already said spoilers. So she's driving the car over these hills, and she notices that like you can't see the top of the hill. Or like when you start to go down the hill, you can't see it until you're at the top and it's too late. So she parks her car like right over the edge of a hill, and Tim is flying behind her and fucking rams right into her car just like she planned. And it's so good to have like smart protagonists. I love that.
Yeah.
And she blows him away, shoots him like 10 times with a handgun.
So at this point, she's also like terrified, right?
In shock.
She's in full survival mode. She's hiding, and as Tim gets out of the vehicle, she screams in this state, she reverts back to all the training that her dad gave her.
Yes.
And
she has no idea what's going on.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. So she yells. She doesn't even know who's following her. Could be a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
But so he gets out of the car and she screams the passphrase at him. And he goes, "What?" And she says it again. He doesn't give the response. He starts to say, "I don't know what you're," and bam, she blasts him.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah. And then her dad shows up, and they don't see each other. They're both holding guns at each other, and then they notice each other. He's like, whoa, it's me. And she's, like you said, still shocked, scared, fight or flight mode. She keeps saying the password over and over. He's like, okay. And he says the password back, and they're safe, and it's great. And you feel like, what a good ending. And then it goes 2 minutes longer. And 99.999% of the time, I would fucking hate this. But oh my God, is this so good. So Lockjaw, after being shot in the face with a shotgun and rolled in a car, we see him walking over one of the crests of the hill. Just blown up face. He looks fucked. So we skip ahead a little bit. And a very scarred up Lockjaw is now waiting in a waiting room of the Christmas Adventurers Club. And he goes into his meeting and he has a nice little interview, and they joke about stuff. And so he says he was reverse raped by Perfidia. That's why he had a baby. Classic. And they're like, okay, yeah, we'll bring you to your office. They bring him to an office. And some notes about the office. We see him sitting there, puts his feet up on the desk, looks up at the air vent, and then we see his eyes kind of glaze over. And he's being gassed and just gets fucking killed right in there. Interesting thing about the room, it was room 55, which if you know your World War II history, the SS was a big part of Nazi Germany and their terror. And 5-5 kind of looks like SS. And he was gassed, just like the Holocaust. So interesting little note to that. Not fun Easter egg, but an Easter egg. And yeah, we see the movie ends with him. Not the movie ends. His story ends with him being dropped down a chute and burned and cremated on the spot. Beautiful ending for him. It was like Sinners, the end of Sinners. We were like, fuck yeah, let's go get these guys. But the last thing that we see is Willa and Bob home, safe, and Bob gives Willa a letter from her mom apologizing for everything she did, and she wants to reunite soon. And then we see Willa leave to go protest 3 hours away in the rain, just like her mom would. So, and like, needle drop is a term where like they play a song, right? The needle drop at the end of this movie is so incredibly fun. Like, it was American Girl by Tom Petty, and it was just I loved it. What a great ending. Just makes you feel good. So Paul Thomas Anderson previously approached Leonardo DiCaprio to play Dirk Diggler in Boogie Nights, who I believe is Mark Wahlberg's character. But he said he was going to do Titanic instead. Didn't make a wrong choice, but you know. But he said he regretted it ever since. And he said it was a profound movie of my generation. When I finally got to see that movie, I just thought, what a masterpiece. So I think he is very excited to have worked with Paul Thomas Anderson now. And I would say it worked really well. And I look forward to maybe buying this movie on Blu-ray. I think it was that good. I don't know if it's rewatchable, though. Like, I don't know if I want to watch it that many times, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's a great movie, but it just doesn't really have, as you know, there's not much. A lot of the greatness is in, you know, like the suspense that it builds.
Yes.
And that's not as there when you know how it ends.
With which we said a similar thing about Begonia, but I feel like Begonia I could watch more often.
Yeah.
Because of the performances.
With Begonia, you
were
can
more
look for
interesting.
things.
Yes. Exactly. There was more, like the characters in this movie were well put together, but I feel like the Begonia characters were deeper because there were less of them. I mean, there's only 3. I guess there was kind of 3 in this one too, but yeah, just the rewatchability of this might be low. So if it's streaming in 2 or 3 years, I'd probably watch it. I think that's where I'd look at it. But if you haven't seen this movie, I would say find a way to watch it.
Yeah. I did buy this movie.
Yeah, I should have.
I don't regret it. For the price of renting it, it's definitely worth buying at a couple bucks more. So
yeah, it's $20 to rent, $25 to buy. I saw that button. I was like, man, what if it sucks? It's 2.5 hours. I'm never gonna watch it again. I was wrong. I should have just bought it.
Flatter myself, and that I would have told you if it sucked.
I know, but I don't always trust you what you say.
Wow.
For me, I know what you think of the movie, but you do usually use like my lens as like, I don't think you'll like this movie. That's fair. Yeah, we haven't watched a movie with. There hasn't been many movies lately that one of us has watched and none of the other two haven't, because we've just been doing this for so long now and so like steadily. Nate maybe. Nate watches some weird stuff.
Tell you about them when they're really bad.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I watched. Did I text you guys that I watched Wizards?
No.
That movie we were talking about?
Oh my god, how was it?
You said it was
Fucking
as bad
sucked.
as That's right. Yeah, it was the trailer for like the weirdest, most hardcore animated movie of the 70s or something. It's kind of the pitch it gave, and not good, huh?
No, it was not.
Okay. Was the story lacking?
It was absolutely. It was mostly the acting was god awful.
That was Mad God?
I cannot emphasize it's one of the worst like acted things I've ever seen.
Do you think you would be better in it than they were?
Yes. I like
you're not
legitimately.
Bad
I can't act. I understand how you're supposed to feel. Like one of the main characters just like screams every line with zero like inflection. It's insane.
Oh my god. I love that.
The only redeeming thing in that entire movie, and I don't care if I spoil it, it's literally the end of the movie, because you guys are never going to watch this.
Never.
And like, you'll thank me for not letting you watch it.
You're correct.
The whole plot is set up as this battle, like there's literally two brothers are born, one's good and one's evil.
Oh.
And the good one and like the bad one, this is like in a post-apocalyptic world that was destroyed by nukes, and then humans come back over millions of years. And so there's this cult, like all the good people eschew all technology. They have magic and they live in nature.
Huh.
And they don't like any technology. And the evil guy is like summoning demons and like trying to rebuild technology to do war. And he discovers Nazi propaganda, which is part of why it has such staying. Like people love to like call back, because like he literally shows films of like Nazi speeches to rally his troops because they're not motivated.
Jesus Christ.
But anyway, good nature, bad, like the most boiled down thing you can imagine of it. And in the final confrontation, the good wizard, they break into the thing, and he's like standing there, and he gives a little speech, and he's just like, "You were never any good," and blah blah blah. And I'm going to show you something Mom showed me when you weren't around. And then he pulls out a gun and shoots the evil brother in the face.
Oh my god!
At the ending of the movie, he literally pulls a gun out of his sleeve and shoots him in the face. Then it's like, and then all was well in the world.
I think
cuts to like.
I think if I only saw that ending on like a short, I'd be like, I need to watch this movie.
Yeah,
this is crazy.
I actually I hated the movie so much the entire way, and then the last 30 seconds was like, I fucking love this for a moment.
It was worth it.
And like literally he shoots him, turns around, and then the two main characters, the guy who screams it's like, I can't remember the wizard's name, but he's like, "Wizard, the girl was not a traitor, she was brainwashed." Like literally screams like that, because that's how he delivers every line. And then it cuts to a cutscene of saying, "And balance was restored to the world."
And this is all animated, right?
So funny.
This is all animated?
All animated.
Oh my god, that's so good.
So you see people bring that up in Harry Potter, like, you know, what are they gonna do if you bring a gun to a wizard's duel? Like, you're not beating.
You're gonna win. That's what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Unless they do like bullet stop 'em or something.
I'm gonna shoot you before you finish 2 syllables of that.
Hell yeah, that's dope.
A tangent. Yeah. I don't tell you when they're I don't suggest you watch them when they're really bad.
I know
the worst case is that when I haven't seen the movie yet. When I haven't seen the movie yet.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, maybe that's it. It's your taste and choices of what you want to watch that I need to look out for.
I just want to watch the weirdest shit I can find, because sometimes it's amazing.
I know.
Sometimes it's really bad.
Sometimes it's Enter the Void, and you just don't know what the fuck you're watching.
Sometimes you build a maze.
Oh, fuck you.
I actually watched that one first. I recommended that one. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I seconded it. I think Nate did recommend it first time.
I say you had seen it. Yeah. I recommended to watch it before I'd seen it.
I watched it on my own. I gave it a 4, I think, or 6, somewhere in there. 5, maybe.
You co-signed.
I did co-sign on the recommendation. I thought it'd be an interesting chat, and I was wrong.
Yeah. Mad God is still hurts. That was.
Mad God.
Mad God does hurt, because I would love it if Mad God was good, because it'd be such a cool movie to tell people about.
Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
And that's what people just do it without acknowledging that it's not a good movie. You're just like, this feed of I get Instagram reels all the time, like this feed of animation, blah blah blah. And that's what was for Wizards. They were like, apparently it's some like revolutionary animation for the time.
Sure.
But it's so bad. It's just a horribly made movie.
Listen, if Korean children didn't draw it, I don't want to watch it. All right? That's how I like my animation. Old Disney joke. Yeah. I do wonder if we should consider what people are talking about when they recommend a movie. Maybe that'd be a good idea. Like if they're like this thing took 20 years to make. One dude did it himself in his basement. That should have been all red flags. And we're like, oh, it might be good.
No one was willing to pay any money for this.
Yeah. Ever. And you've never heard of it. Ooh, it could be great.
Every gatekeeper that read this said, get the fuck out of here. Huh. You know, maybe this is the one.
You know what? artistic expression is one thing, but Hollywood's there for a reason.
Yeah, someone eventually said yes to South Park. Someone eventually said yes to fucking this movie. Like, yeah. Let's look at the Letterboxd reviews for One Battle After Another. Number 1 is from our YouTube favorite, Eddie Burback. Sean Penn delivers one of the weirdest walks of all time. An Oscar-worthy weird guy walk. Very true. His walk is very strange.
Very true.
This one is from a guy named Connor Eats Pants, who's a Twitch streamer, and he does very funny movie reviews, and I always see him towards the top every time. If the president sees this, he will either ban movies or kill himself.
I take issue with that. I don't think he would have any idea that I had any connection to him at all.
That's exactly what Abby said. She was like, he's not smart enough to get that. Yeah.
No, he had no idea.
No, he'd be
like, this is boring.
What a great idea. I should definitely do this more often. Fireworks for the ice people. Make them, big time, big winning, huge winning.
That is true. He is smart enough to be upset that people are breaking people out of ice at the beginning and know that he doesn't like the movie from.
And then the whole rest of the movie,
he's not going to be sure why he doesn't like the rest of it.
Well, the whole rest of the movie, he's just truth socialing things that he should be DMing people to set up the next raids. Yeah, It's like Finding Nemo if the dad was a stoner alcoholic and woke. Pretty good. Pretty good.
So Finding Nemo.
Yeah. It's the most pro drinking and driving movie in the history of cinema. So true. So true. Sir Sean Penn coming back as the Terminator just to say he was reverse raped by a semen demon had me cackling. That's pretty good.
That for the drinking and driving when they're about to get pulled over and then he takes the Modelo.
Slams it.
Oh, that was so good.
Put this in your backpack. Star Wars, but the Jedis are hot black girls. There. That was our review and chat about One Battle After Another. Let's get to the game. 2007. The iPhone. Twitter. Facebook. And a bunch of other stuff that probably looks really, really bad looking back on it. But in the world of movies, it was a wonderful year. Today we are doing movies from the year 2007 for our draft. We'll be drafting Snake, box office, overall, not just that year. Dates was correct. That is the right choice. Academy Award wins, Academy Award nominations, Letterboxd review with an IMDb top 250 bonus, Letterboxd review count, and Letterboxd review low.
2007. How pumped were we for Spore?
Dude, holy shit.
How dare you bring that up?
Madden people hadn't found out how bad EA was yet until a couple years later. So you guys just found out early. You got lucky. So,
I'm seeing it does not look like a stacked year to me.
Oh, I think it is. I think it's really good.
Oh.
There Will Be Blood, No Country for Old Men, Ratatouille, Transformers, Superbad, Hot Fuzz, 28 Weeks Later, Into the Wild,
Ratatouille,
Disturbia. Ratatouille rules.
I mean, Superbad.
Missed.
Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Come on. Fred Claus. Juno. Okay, Jake and Nate, your trivia question is, what was the starting price of the iPhone when it came out? The 4 gigabyte lowest storage version.
At the time or adjusted for inflation?
At the time, not adjusted. How much would you have paid in 2007 for a 4 gig iPhone? Let me know when you have your number.
I'm ready.
This is tough.
Yeah.
I'll explain my reasoning after why I feel it could go either way. But okay, I have a guess.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
$249.
550. Nate said $249 for Jake.
Yep.
The actual retail price is $499.
Oof.
Yeah, $499. First smartphone.
Yeah. That tracks. Because I was like,
first
technology.
He said, "Are we going to let him get away with that?"
Wasn't it?
Not even close.
Oh, certainly not.
First good one.
I had a BlackBerry. That was my first smartphone.
BlackBerry messaging was
I don't know that.
way ahead of its time.
I don't think I'm calling it a smartphone until it's got a full screen.
Which the iPhone
The
did?
BlackBerry had a full keyboard.
Yeah, QWERTY. Give me that QWERTY.
Yep.
All right.
No, I'm saying like not having a QWERTY.
Yeah. I got you. The full touchscreen edition. Nate,
Yeah.
what do you want to pick? First, second, or third? Not that it matters.
I'll go first.
Okay. Nate goes first. Who goes second?
Ben as always.
Yes. And Jake goes third. Okay. Nate, you're looking at the year 2007. You're looking for the number one box office movie of 2007. What do you think that is? A lot of R-rated movies up there.
All the good stuff.
That's tough.
Yeah. I feel like I gotta go with Harry Potter.
That's a great guess. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix is your guess. So I am of two minds. I'm either going to say Transformers or I'm going to say Ratatouille. I feel like Transformers was big at the time, and Ratatouille has that kids movie, like you guaranteed to make a hand over fist on that. But I'm going to say Transformers. I think that was ahead of it.
I agree with everything said. My top three choices were chosen in order here.
Nice.
I will take Ratatouille.
Ratatouille. All right, Jake. Academy Award wins. Very top heavy.
Norbit.
Yes.
There you go.
I'm going to take No Country for Old Men. I think that's probably a no-brainer.
I think that's a good one. I will take There Will Be Blood. I think that's the other no-brainer. And Nate, who would you like to take for Academy Award wins?
I'm trying to think if Juno was a darling right away.
Oh, interesting.
Or whether it would be more in the like indie.
Yeah, that's a good question. I like that. What do you think?
I think I'm going to go with Into the Wild.
Into the Wild, that's a good choice. What about Academy Award nominations? This one's tough. It's always tough for
I
us.
have no idea.
We can't do Jake's.
Say Superbad.
Superbad, that's a good choice.
Or sorry, not Superbad. Juno.
Juno's a good choice.
No, my brain changed from Superbad to Juno to Superbad.
Superbad was not a good choice, but I said it was, and I apologize.
I know, that's weird. That's clearly a bad choice. I appreciate you being encouraging.
Yeah, I tried. So I feel like American Gangster. I'm pretty sure that's the movie with what's his face? Denzel Washington. I think he was nominated for it. But I don't know if it has enough other options where it's like worth taking. Ooh, Paranormal Activity 1 came out that year. That's pretty good. I don't think that did anything. Darjeeling Limited. That might have a lot of weird ones. So I'm going to go Darjeeling Limited. Like, I think it could have sound. I think it could have stage direction. I think it could have writer. I think it could have director. So Darjeeling Limited.
Okay.
Jake's looking for Academy Award nominee and then a Letterboxd review.
I'm looking at what's been taken. I would have loved to have picked Ratatouille here.
Yeah, that's your go-to.
I already chose it. I'm going to, kind of along the same lines of why I'd normally pick Ratatouille, I'm going to pick something that I think probably wasn't nominated for a lot, but was a shoo-in for a couple.
Great idea.
And that would be Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, that's a good choice. Which one is that?
At World's End.
Perfect, thank you. And where are you going with your Letterboxd review? Highest review.
Letterboxd review.
Yeah.
I don't think Superbad makes the cut. I don't think 28 Weeks Later makes the cut.
Probably true.
Now.
Epic Movies in there. That's a pretty good one.
Ooh.
Alvin and the Chipmunk. Hostel Part 2. Good luck, Chuck. Everybody loves a good old, what's his name? Dane Cook. Everybody likes Dane Cook movie.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
I don't know if there's anything left. Nothing that immediately jumps out to me.
There's no like obvious.
Okay, I think this is going to be in the top 250.
Right. Oh, that's what you're
So-
looking. That's I forgot about that. Yeah. Top 250, you get a bonus point.
Jake's playing the strats.
Yeah. Jake gets all the
So
points.
I'm going to say, I'm going to go with American Gangster.
It's a good choice. I think there is one.
That seems like a film people movie.
100%. I think there's one that could be in the top 250. Actually, I think there's two, but I have a better odds with one of them. I think I'm gonna go Zodiac.
Oh,
I think
nice.
It's David Fincher. It's got RDJ. It's got Jake Gyllenhaal. I think there's a chance that it's like 242 or something like that. All right, Nate. Who's your high Letterboxd review? The other one I thought is still out there.
I wish I could.
We should do
I'm just gonna go with Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz. That's the other one I thought maybe you could get it.
Okay. I think it's gonna do well reviewed. I don't feel like 250, but
It's the one that makes it's the one that could sneak in there. It feels like. Okay, now we're looking for Letterboxd review count. Who has the most reviews? This is a tough one.
but I think I'm going with Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3. Ooh, that dancing scene.
People like to talk about it.
Good
Yeah.
one.
Gonna be a lot of jokes.
Yep. I'm going along those lines because the nerds nerded on both sides of this movie. I'm going I Am Legend. If you kill a puppy and you do it different than the book, odds are you will get a lot of reviews written about you. That's my logic. I'm really bad at this one though, so I could be terrible.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm feeling great about the last two categories.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good.
I'm going to say Super Bad.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And then I get first choice on review low. I'm going to take Epic Movie.
Epic Movie. That's got to be number one. It's got to be up there. I'm going to go with Good Luck Chuck. I think that one was terrible.
Yeah.
And it was if a movie's on Comedy Central more than 3 days a week, when I was growing up, I'm pretty sure it's terrible.
I passed by Fantastic Four.
I know. Especially recently, that feels like really possible.
Wasn't
Wasn't as bad, yeah.
It wasn't as bad as the recent reboot before the most recent reboot.
Oh, the second of these?
Yeah, Fanforstic was the really bad one.
That's right.
The two back then were just kind of dumb.
Okay. Yeah.
They weren't that awful.
So there's a chance.
Yeah.
Who are you thinking, Nate? Who do you think is the lowest?
I'm going with Norbit.
Norbit's a great choice. Yeah, this is a very top heavy on both sides. I feel like there's like 3 or 4 real top on both sides for this one. Okay, so let's check it out. Box office. Nate went with Harry.
Oh, Ghost Rider.
Oh, shit. We got to look at the Nick Cage.
So I bet not as bad as you're imagining.
Probably. So we're going with total gross.
Nick Cage can save anything.
It's pretty true, actually. We're going with total gross. The top 5 are the same regardless of choice. So Nate's choice, and coming in at number 5 is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
Dang.
Yeah. Transformers, my choice, is 3rd.
I hate America.
And finally, Ratatouille came in 8th place. 206 million.
Oof.
Yeah. So,
what was 2?
Number 2 was Shrek the Third. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotta remember, the third one was the bad one.
Yep.
The first 2 were really good.
Yep.
And it is a kid's movie.
And number 1, Spider-Man 3. Same story. The third one was the bad one. Yep.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
Yep.
That's wild. This is the year of shitty 3
Yeah.
It is. Nate, we have a chance. Jake has 1. I have 3. You have 2.
It's fitting that Order of the Phoenix is 5th.
Oh, yeah. Damn. That's good. Academy Award wins is next up. Nate went with Into the Wild. So Nate went with Into the Wild. It had 2 nominations, but 0 wins. Wah, wah.
He's throwing.
He's throwing. This is going to be interesting.
Only
there
I can.
will be
trying
blood.
as hard as I can.
Yeah, you have no idea how hard this is for me. There Will Be Blood had 2 wins. They won for Best Performance by an Actor and Best Achievement in Cinematography. All right. No Country for Old Men, which I believe won Best Picture that year. I think that was the movie, if I had to guess.
I never seen it, but I know it was one of those movies that won.
It's good. It had 4 Oscars. It won 4. It won Best Picture, Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role for Javier Bardem, Best Achievement in Directing, and Best Writing of an Adapted Screenplay. Jake just flipped it on us. He's up to 4 now. I took 2nd, so I have 5. Nate has 3 points. Now we have Academy Award nominations. Nate, how you feeling about this one?
Not great.
We're gonna do a trivia one next time, so Nate can win one. Get back on that. Juno it won an Oscar for Best Original Screenplay, and it has 4 nominations, including Best Picture. That's pretty good.
Hey,
nice.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know it was good. I just didn't know if it would be Academy that year.
Right.
It took time, you know.
Right. Wow. The Darjeeling Limited has 4 nominations total across every award ever. So I got 0 on the Academy. That's rough.
Ooh.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Is one of those a Razzie?
No. I didn't even get that. It was so mid. I don't even like Darjeeling Limited. I don't know why I picked that one. Pirates of the Caribbean.
I can see it.
I know. It just felt like it should have gotten
I figured you knew something I didn't with Darjeeling, so.
I know. I just overthought it. I was like, oh, it has to win. It has to be at least nominated. It doesn't, turns out. Okay, Pirates of the Caribbean, and it's at World's End. God, I hate spelling. Caribbean. At World's End.
You don't have to spell it correctly.
Oh, I do.
You don't, though.
I mean, I had to. 2 nominations for Best Makeup and Visual Effects. That's the 2 I think you thought you were going to get.
Yep, 2 safe ones.
Yeah, so Jake goes up to 6. I go up to 6. Nate's at 6. We are all tied after 3. Here we go.
Coming for you.
Now we're moving to Letterboxd. Letterboxd, review, and an IMDb top bonus. Let's check that first. Hot Fuzz. Is Hot Fuzz in the top 250 of IMDb? The answer may surprise you.
Can't be.
I don't think so.
Even though I want it to be.
For your sake, I want it to be also. It is not. But it is a 4.08 on review, which is really high.
Gee.
Yeah, that's
that
really
is good.
Out of 5. Let's check some of them. Let's see what the fans are saying. What do you guys think of this movie, huh? Line delivery was invented when Olivia Colman went, "Nothing like a bit of girl on girl." He's not Judge Judy and Executioner. It's like a less furry Zootopia. True. Is this for someone special? Yes, it is. Great. Good one. 4.08. That's going to be really hard to get. Zodiac is next up. I've never seen this movie, so I'm not too sure there's going to be anything funny in the reviews. But we'll give it a shot. 4.02 for Zodiac. Is it in the top 250, though?
Respectable.
It is not.
Never heard of this. Well, I probably...
Zodiac?
Yeah.
What about the Zodiac Killer?
Well, I figured that. I did figure it out eventually.
Yeah, they're all spoiler reviews. My favorite MCU movie is the funny one. We'll read that one. All right, and then Jake had American Gangster. Let's see. Do you think that's in the top 250, Jake? How confident are you?
I didn't think any of the movies that were left were.
So far, you're correct.
Yeah, I think he's called it out.
Yep, you were right again. It is not. It was nominated for 2 Oscars, though. So I should have picked it. Review activity 4. Ain't no man with swagger like Zell. The way he says "my man" earns 5 stars by itself. Fuck me like a cop, not like a lawyer. All right, that's a good one. The loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room. Cool, love it. I never said what it got reviewed, did I? Oops.
No, but you baited me when you said 4, and I thought you were about to tell me some decimals after that.
Nah, 3.91. Yeah, so you got 1 point there, so you're at 7. I got 2 points, so I'm at 8. And Nate has 3. He's at 9. Nate is winning right now.
Uh-oh, the big 3.
Here we go.
Wild.
Letterboxd review count high. This one is always wild to try to get figured out. Jake usually has his finger on the pulse, though. We'll see if that's the case this time. Spider-Man 3 has 1.35 million reviews. That is a lot.
We had like a 2 million last time.
We did.
Yeah, so I'm not
mad
happy
at
with anything in the millions, though.
Yeah, anything in the millions, I'm feeling good. Let's check out some of these reviews. I bet they're actually funny. This is so unironically great. This is the only movie I rewatched in preparation for No Way Home. Welcome to Peter Parker's Reputation era. Emo Peter Parker, Tom Holland could never. Just saw this for the first time. How do people hate this movie? What the fuck?
Damn, this movie having a revival?
Yeah, dude. I didn't know.
It's definitely got some, like, I don't know, like, swagger. Like, it's very confident in itself.
Do you think maybe it's
all anyone remembers is the stupid scene, like the stupid jazz scene?
Yes.
But like,
do you think
the rest of it isn't?
Do you think it's kind of like Nickelback? Like, we feel bad for how we treated them at the time, and now we're looking back, we're like, damn, they're actually kind of good. Like, they have some really good songs. I think that's what's up.
I mean, it's a good movie. Not gonna back.
It's good.
It's the start of them doing way too many villains for no reason.
Yeah, but the Sinister Six is such a good story, and they should have. I know. I Am Legend.
I know, and they blow their shot at doing
every time. I Am Legend had 727,000 reviews. Not quite the same.
But just randomly, like, was clicking. This is my favorite review for Spider-Man 3. Eddie Brock literally started the hater movement by going to church for the sole purpose of praying for Peter Parker's downfall. This is a great scene. Fucking Eric Foreman is going and praying for something bad to happen to Peter Parker.
The population dropped 12 million people due to the virus, and people still watch Shrek. Iconic. I think every third one in here is about Shrek or the dog.
It was Shrek DVD.
If I was Will Smith, if Will Smith had said "Get out of my swamp," I would have given this 5 stars. I relate to Will Smith because I too know every line from Shrek, and I would also watch it no matter what. Shrek is so timeless it survived the apocalypse. Yeah. That's sick. And finally, Superbad. Will Jake have a chance? Or is it someone else's turn to take over? Jake knows the people. 1.8 million responses. Damn. Jake knows how to pick them. Wish I could say I never had a crush on Michael Cera. I swear,
even more so after
this is the end. Barbie.
No, the with Wes Anderson.
Oh, Phoenician Scheme.
Yes.
Yeah. I swear,
reawoken something in a lot of people.
Yeah, they're Michael Cera love.
God.
I swear, Emma Stone has the best "what the fuck" in film history. And then it's just everyone's quoting it after that. I forgot how many good quotes are in this movie.
Yep.
Yeah. Really solid. God damn it, Jake. Okay, so you got 3 points now. You're up to 10. I got 1 point. I'm up to 9. Nate got 2 points. He's up to 11. It all comes down to Norbit, Nate. How do you feel? The Norbit orbit. All right.
I don't know. I hope it's not something that people secretly like.
Ooh. Norbit review.
Honestly, I have no hope that it's worse than Epic Movie.
2.31 for old Norbit. It's
not terrible.
There's a big spike of 5s, and I don't know what that's about. Let's see here.
Yeah. Norbit. That's what I want.
All the funny ones are Transcend Cinema. If I give it 100 stars, I would. Jesus wept. This movie has reportedly been used as a surrogate to waterboarding. Pour one out for Brian Wilson. Rest in peace. Adam Sandler movie for black people. This is how Eddie Murphy lost his Oscar. Oof. Norbit. 2.31. All right. Not too bad. Good luck, Chuck. 2.13. Here we go, buddy. Here we go. That's a little bit better. What do they have to say about my boy?
Opens the door for me.
I was going to say, you're the spoiler.
I really am.
You fucked me.
I really am. My quest to watch all 2000s rom-coms becomes more painful every day. This movie made me heterophobic. Who the fuck would be friends with Stu? I'm convinced this movie was made by a 12-year-old boy. Do not watch this movie if you are on a crowded airplane.
Oh, God.
All right, Jake. Epic movie. Is it an epic fail? Am I right? All right. This was like one of the last spoof movies they did. 1.33.
Yeah, it killed an already failing genre.
Murdered it to death.
It killed a genre that the movies didn't even have to be good.
Yeah. Let's check the reviews. I saw this in theaters, and during the pirate rap, a kid in the front row of me got up and started pelvic thrusting to the beat, which was the scariest experience I've had in a theater. What can I say? I had no taste.
That's just someone trauma dumping.
This cost $20 million to make. Fuck off, one said. Jack Swallows? That's kind of gay, dude. Must be a line in the movie. Really? Yeah, so that means Jake with 13, once again.
God damn it.
Over Nate with 12 and me with 11. This is the closest we've ever been.
It was. It started off rocky, but I knew that Super Bad into Epic Movie was a killer combo.
It was so good. I don't know how we both passed on Super Bad. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what? Pass this along to your friends.
On the pulse.
Send this to your friends. Nate stepped on my fucking segue. God damn it.
What you get?
Well, we hope you got your pulse racing, because this is the end of the episode where we leave you with something to watch next. I want to thank you all for listening, and my guests Nate and Jake for joining me as always. If you're new here, you can follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else you get your podcast. If you do listen on Apple Podcasts, please leave us a review. If you're watching us, hey, be sure to like and subscribe, leave us a comment on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@rumandcinema. And here's a couple things you should watch next. I have a YouTube video that is a movie that they released on YouTube and have turned down multiple offers for streamers to buy it. It's called Listers. It's a documentary where a kid found out about bird watching from a book, and his brother was high and said, what if we tried to find every bird in that book? And they do. And that's what the whole movie is about.
Wow.
I've not watched it yet, but I've seen so many people say such good things about it that I'm pumped to check it out the next time I have 2 hours. We haven't done documentaries in a while, and yeah, Listers on YouTube sounds like a winner. Check it out. Jake, you got anything for the people?
Nuts.
Yeah, I'm not going to call it a recommendation. I'm going to tell you about this movie I saw.
Ooh, I like this.
I saw a movie I've been talking about for a minute. I saw The Carpenter's Son.
No way.
Carpenter's Son in theaters. Plays Nicolas Cage as Joseph, the father of Jesus. this movie explores one of the non-canonical gospels of the Bible, right? Bible's made up of these books. There are certain books that the church was like, okay, these books are not official. They're, we're not claiming them as part of the Bible, but they were written.
Jesus fanfic.
Yes, right. So this book describes Jesus as a young teenage boy as he discovers he has godlike powers.
Oh my God.
And he accidentally blinds someone. He blinds the neighbor kid because he's fighting with them. He accidentally curses a kid to death, and then he brings him back from the dead.
Oh my God.
So it's billed as a horror movie.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting because first of all, in this movie, they only say Jesus once, and they say the Hebrew like Yeshua.
Okay. Yeah,
but only once.
Yeah.
They don't use names. They call them the carpenter, the mother, the boy in the cast listing, right? They don't want to be like, yeah, this is, but it's the story of. So honestly, great performances from Nicolas Cage, from Noah Jupe, who played Jesus, and from Isla Johnson, who played Satan, who's there trying to corrupt a young Jesus into joining with her.
Cool.
Super impressed with her performance. Was super pumped to find out she's going to be playing the lead in an upcoming Joan of Arc movie.
Oh, that's sick.
So that'll be great.
That's awesome.
The weak point in this movie was Mary, played by Fika Twigs.
Oh, yeah.
Just awkward performance.
Yeah.
She was acting like Nicolas Cage acts, and it does not land with anyone except Nicolas Cage.
No.
For her, it just seemed like very bad acting.
It's hard to pull that off. That's tough.
Yes.
Is that Elon's ex?
Is she?
I don't know.
I only know of Grimes.
Oh yeah, you're right. Grimes. My bad. Sorry, FK Twigs.
I'll say one more thing about this movie that I thought was very cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know those old biblical movies that they play on TV around Christmas time and
Ben-Hur, the Ten Commandments. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. This movie had some cinematography that was so much of an homage to those.
Cool.
Like big sweeping background shots, intentionally looked grainy. It has this shot of Joseph just by himself in this mountains in the background, very zoomed out, and I'm like, oh, this is so cool. This is just like those movies.
Hell yeah. That's
so
awesome.
they had a lot of like nods to that. As far as the recommendation, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was cool. I can think of very few people to recommend this to.
Okay.
Because you have to be, one, a fan of campy horror movies.
Sure.
Two, you have to be interested in the biblical narrative.
Yep.
Three, you have to not be offended by the use of the biblical narrative in a campy horror film.
Dude, that Venn diagram is like 3 people.
Yes.
That's crazy.
So if all 3 of those apply to you, definitely check this movie out.
Yeah.
It has some very cool scenes. It has one of the coolest, like, scary shots of a monster I've seen in a horror film in a long time.
Whoa.
But and great performances from 3 out of the 4 of the main cast. So
that's great. Damn.
Yep.
I'm sold.
Hope those 3 people really like it. Yeah.
Look, it's definitely not a fan of the religious audience.
Yes, this movie has been getting review bombed since months before it came out.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, but like there's a lot that are very upset, and then one that just 2 stars scriptural inaccuracies. That's all it says.
Jesus Christ!
Like whatever, man, but you got some stuff wrong.
Listen. Where is this Technicolor Dreamcoat? First off,
bow before God and your negative reviews.
I was very impressed at one point. Young Jesus was reading off of a stone tablet, and he was reading from right to left.
Ooh.
And I'm like, great historical accuracy.
That's you wouldn't have expected that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Nate, what do you got?
We watched Death by Lightning this week. New on Netflix. It's a mini-series about Andrew Garfield and the man who assassinated him.
I'm so pumped to watch this.
And
yeah,
it's really good.
I know nothing about it. Yeah.
No, yeah, never. I'm not a big history buff. And I looked. It's like kind of accurate for what it is, like a dramatization. Everything's played up, but it seems like it's kind of telling the general story of what happened. Yeah, I didn't know anything about Garfield.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was pretty interesting.
That's dope.
And great performances.
Yeah.
Nick Offerman plays Grover Cleveland.
Ooh.
Nice.
Wait, is that it?
No, he plays the other guy. Michael Shannon plays Grover Cleveland.
The other Grover.
Yeah.
From Sesame Street.
Roll Grover. And then
Chester A. Arthur.
Yeah.
That's who. Chester A. Arthur, who was his vice president, who took over. Yep. And it's, again, if even half of it's like kind of accurate, it's super interesting.
Yeah,
I don't want to spoil history for you. I actually don't.
I don't know.
But like, it's wild how they come into the positions they are. Like, that's
cool.
It's the most interesting like historical dramatization I've seen.
Yeah, because like I think we all know about like the Lincoln assassination and like JFK, but that one kind of gets left behind. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy.
Cool.
So that was really good. Oh yeah, Tom Wambsgans.
Tom Wambsgans
is the assassin.
Matthew McFadden.
Yeah, Matthew McFadden. Yeah, it was really good.
Yep.
Also rewatched Baby Driver this week after we talked about it.
Yeah.
And I always forget how good it is from start to finish.
I know.
And I don't know if I'm dumb and this is just the first time I noticed. I've probably seen the movie like 4 or 5 times. That the shootout with the police when he's listening to Tequila, all the gunshots are to the beats of Tequila.
So cool.
And yeah, it was a revelation.
That's awesome. What a great movie to watch.
Yeah. I wasn't upset.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Cool. Thank you. Well, we hope you're all not upset because you made it to the end. We love you. Enjoy your rum. Enjoy your cinema. We'll see you next time.